Hey friends, Eric Zanatelli here, your hometown mortgage expert, and today I'm getting to talk with a long-term friend of mine, Teresa Ballenger. Teresa, you've been a realtor for a while. Tell the people about yourself, your background, how long you've been a realtor.
Well, I have been a realtor since 1996. I'm licensed in 3 states. I started in Washington State. My husband was military, so we traveled a little bit. My previous career, I was an RN, and that wasn't as easy to transfer licenses. So when you're traveling with the military and you're transferred 9 times in 7 years, real estate seemed to be the easier way to go. So I got into real estate, started in Washington State, transferred to North Carolina. Then in 2000, I came back to Oklahoma, where I've been since 2000.
Awesome. And what geographic area do you predominantly work in?
I work Norman, South Oklahoma City, the metro area, Midwest City, Dale City, Choctaw, all the way down to Purcell. I'll go just about anywhere somebody will pay me to go.
All right, cool. And what type of home buying client is your favorite to work with and why?
So I have always enjoyed working with a first-time buyer or the move-up buyer from the first time to the second home, because they're so grateful when they get in a home. The teaching process also, I had a pretty rough experience when I bought my first home, and I never want anyone to go through that. So I try very hard to explain what they're going through, why we go through it, what the process is. I want them to be comfortable as they're going through the process and understand, learn what the process is. So when they're ready to do that second home, they know what is coming at them.
That's really awesome. So somebody out there watching the video goes, you know what? I think I need to get and buy a house today. What advice would you give that person where to start the home buying process?
The first place I'd say is call your local lender, Eric, and have him give you a pre-qualification so you can see where your goals are. Everybody has a dream home, and I don't know about you. I've been doing this for 27 years. I still have dreams of grandeur when I go looking. So I need to know a price to start. So that gives us a target price so we don't overshoot and find your dream home and then go, oh, shoot, you can't afford that, and have to backtrack, because that's never good. So we start with the lender process first. Once they tell us we've got a green light to go and you're approved for $250, then we set a search, we start looking, and we're on the run then.
All right. Awesome. And then somebody out there thinking, you know what? We've got a bunch of appreciation. Our house is worth way more than we paid for it 6 years ago. I want to list my house. What advice would you give somebody thinking about listing their house today?
Again, speak with your lender, find out where you're at financially, what you can qualify for, because what you purchased your home for 8 years ago, you're going to make a lot of money today on it. It's probably worth 20 to 30% more than it was then. But can you purchase it again today? Do you have the income and the financial wherewithal to be able to purchase what you're looking for to move into? So you start with, again, the lender. Once that's clear and we know what we have to do, whether we have to sell yours right away or we can go purchase yours first, then I'll do a market analysis and tell you where the house stands today and give you the packet to start marketing your house and how we're going to do it. I go through and do a staging process and help you declutter, repack all of the things that we need to do so your house looks spacious and airy for the folks coming through, and you're going to move, so you need to pre-pack anyway.
You know, I love that advice, and I love the fact that you started with the lender piece, because we actually about 6 months ago had some people that put their house on the market. After their house was under contract, they realized they could not actually qualify because of some things that had transpired in their past, and they were shocked, stunned, and amazed. They're renting now. They're going to have to rent for another 18 to 24 months to outlive the event that happened to them. So thank you for that advice. How is the real estate market today in the areas you work?
Well, we're a little short on inventory. That's kind of across the state an issue. Everybody's scared to list their house because they don't know if they can afford to move and, find what they're looking for. So the inventory kind of thing is kind of short right now. It's coming back. It's coming alive. It's spring. We always pick up momentum during the spring, and as we go into the summer, I suspect we'll have more inventory. It is going to be a tighter year than it has been in the past couple, just because we've got a little bit of inflation happening. We've got a little higher interest rates, which the media tries to tell us, as you know, is just slamming us to the ground, and it's not really. Sometimes those interest rates that happen in the media affect your credit cards, your retail stuff, but it doesn't affect the mortgage as much. I got a person last week under contract that was locked in at a rate of 5.75. So I think if you're there, you can still get a decent interest rate. And that is not terrible, guys. You're buying cars for 9.9%. So, and they're just about as much as a house anymore.
Yeah, that's a really good point. And rates are coming down. What most people don't realize that as the Fed increases the prime rate or the Fed funds rate, mortgage rates do eventually come down because the Fed raising those rates brings inflation down, and mortgage rates always chase inflation. Well, Teresa, this has been fantastic. Will you please let people out there watching know how can they get a hold of you? They want to reach out to you. How do they reach out to you?
Absolutely. You can find me on Facebook. I'm just Teresa Ballenger. I am on Twitter at Terry B OKC, or I'm on email at Teresa B saleshouses@gmail.com, 405-623-2522.
Teresa, this has been wonderful. I hope you have a fantastic day. Thank you for reporting your knowledge on